please explain me that how a proper teachers training institution where we want to give a like holistic education to the
See,
teachers first.
I will tell
So
you.
how it's
I will tell you. Okay, now the basic question: why you thought I am not required? Why you thought now I am required?
no, it's not like that.
No, you should be concerned about whether I am required or not more than whether I am busy or not busy, right? I am a retired person, right? I am only on service. If somebody doesn't call me,
Extremely sorry for
no,
that.
you tell me. If somebody doesn't call me, how do I become busy? So I don't have priority. My priorities are whoever works with me or whoever wants me. That's it. See, I lost faith on webinars. I lost faith on online and WhatsApp, Facebook, universities and institutions. I don't think any child will learn anything through this. So similarly, any child education also cannot be like that. You have to work as a classroom. How is it going to be run has to be demonstrated. Number one. New education policy doesn't believe a single curriculum for informal education. The word itself is informal. When there is an informal, you make a curriculum, it becomes formal. There has to be only a format in which it should run. The way it runs in Kanyakumari cannot be the way it runs in Kashmir. The way it runs in Punjab border cannot be in the Bengal border. The way it runs in a city will not be the form in which it can run in a village. So that's why you have to physically look at your center. You have children there. Maybe the people should work there and then see that, oh, this is how we need that system to be learned. Oh, this is how we should teach them. And create a framework. From there, expand it, modify it. It's like when we run workshop or see the whole thing is this. This part is for that only. I made that already. So when you ignored that only, I made that question why you ignored this. It's almost 500, 400, 234. The next two volumes it will become 700 page book. This is whole about the grandma child care which I am dreaming for last so many years. Your word 21st itself I cannot agree. That's why I did not look into that website. I mean your data. I believe nobody generates a curriculum for 100 years. So when you say 21st, already 30 years is only gone. So you are planning for 70 years. So if you want to brainstorm it, that is fine. Otherwise, the contributors, if you want a very specific portion to be looked at it, you tell me what is that you want, I can give a suggestion. When you see that a teacher has to be trained for a nursery, LKG, UKG, etc., etc., nobody gives options like you can do certificate, you can do diploma, you can do 1 year, you can do 2 year. You are doing from me, it has to be 6 months. You are doing from me, it can be 1 year. One option should be given, right? See, you cannot decide that I will do a certificate and start an institute, whereas somebody else does a diploma and start an institute. You cannot have degree from you is not possible because you are not recognized to give degree.
Yes.
So certificate and diploma anybody can start. So generally certificates are 3 months to 4 months. It can be diploma. So when you have a diploma, maybe 2-3 certificates can form a diploma. So it is not somebody is registering for 1 certificate, 2 certificate, 3 certificate. They are registering for diploma, but part time you are giving every 3 months one certificate so that you can take a break and then come back later.
Okay.
That is how even IGNU, MBA, when you register, your specialization is HR, they will give you an HR diploma first. After 2 years, 3 years, they will give you an MBA. Okay, so there can be, if you do this program, physical working with this much, theoretical this much, you create a document and send it. What is that you are doing? Some assignments for them. All the 3 together can be 30 and another 10% for the interaction, attendance, all such things, and then say out of 100 you got this much ranking. right? So what is the objective? Is it that those people only will run institutions under your umbrella? Teachers, you wanted to give them as a certificate so that everywhere it can go. When
Yes.
somebody runs a brand like Z Kids or somebody else and all that, they run programs very specific, train them for their purposes. They give the items required, they give the training required, then only post them and give a franchise. So trainings are given. Even the very informal government nursery kids take care systems like homes, they also have training under government. Correct. But the new education policy, what is being planned from age 3 to grade 3, as an informal education, not many are being trained because nobody has a great idea.
Yes. Yes.
So it is not curriculum, it is the philosophy which is to be taught, and then create maybe first 3 months program of this the philosophy. Curriculum should be at individual places where, see, we remember we have discussed this probably nearly 5 months back, and then you said you will start some 20 centers and finished. After that nothing was heard. You are telling that no, you have planned 20 centers and all that, but I am saying we have discussed this probably 10 months, 8 months back.
Yes.
But then you had a parallel program which you are now discussing with me after the already gone through that by few people, by your group of people. That's only what I'm saying. So if it is to be done, if I believe that a philosophical things can be discussed for 3-4 days, those who will become part of this as the running people, and then take it onto the ground at different, at least regional centers. Identify some 3-4-5 central India, East India, West India, North India, South India. Culturally there could be slight difference, and look at how it can be done in a see, including marketing, infrastructure, everything can be different. When I plan to do it in an international school, they will not change their style, but I can start something in my style in my village if I can make them to get convinced. Then once that model is very clear, somebody will copy it. Model in the sense it's only model. Model is never repeated. One item only available as one single entity is called model. So it is model, always model is model. Only one will be there. Correct. It is not that easy. If you wanted to continue, if you wanted syllabus to be made, it's very easy. You can copy from different places and put it together, and then this is the syllabus. There are so many available.
Yes.
Understood? If it is something very different, innovative, run with a NEP totally, and you cannot make one kit and then distribute like NEP also has got. One kit you sell it to everybody throughout India. That's like commercially cheating people actually. Because nobody is going to use the same kit in my place. My place, I know how to make things out of coconut tree leaves and make playing items with them and the children. They will enjoy it. Maybe some other people can come there and then spend some few weeks to know, oh, this is also available in this world. So there has to be an interaction. That's how the social interaction happens, right? Yeah, certificate and diploma courses, what is required is you must know the objective and scope. What is my idea? Why am I doing it? If it run my set of schools which I think is this the way to be run. Correct? That means I will define these are all the infrastructure required, this is the facility required, this is the building structure required. All that is the first part of it, right? And then educate them to gather this, that's what is required. If you have got 40 children, you have to have 2 classrooms, this many number of people, starting from the distribution, then classroom management, then the technology management, then the psychology part of it. Got it? That is the another book which I released the other day. I have sent you also one invitation for that, right? Now when you decide what is that you want to do with the book, the copy can be given. This initiative was taken by Ranjini Roy, because she has got a syllabus already by the CBSE which is getting implemented like Manodarpan, but there is no text available. So she shared with me, I made a Whatever I had, I did not do the same thing as it is. I added my earlier one, put them together, made into two different groups. One is from age 3 to grade 7 and grade 8 to 12. This is given as it is PDF, and then she made another cover, and then we are on discussion, but she did not come back. Understood? I can print it, there is no problem. But if somebody wanted to, I am not a businessman, so I cannot distribute, I cannot market. Nobody comes to me. My job is not that. I am saying my job is not that. So I am only interested giving content if somebody wanted to really use it for a purpose. But that also I told, unless you create one classroom physically and show where I will come and demonstrate it and show, don't use this for any training purpose of, because some mentally handicapped fellow will give a lecture on mental health. Understood? Because the world is such, and they will say, I have followed this, I will be in a soup. So I believe it has to be handled with care. The whole system of education has become worst because the people who are handling are not instructed properly. Understood?
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
actually.
So this covers the whole psychology. I don't know whether you read the chapter. I have given the chapter list also to you.
Yeah,
I talked about self-care. I talked about the sleep requirements, food requirements, nurture. It's available. I have put on Facebook also, right? There is no secret. Everybody can make it. What are you going to do with that? See, Dr. TPS only likes some workshops and interacting with the people. You take it and make your plan with your group again, and then you never call me after that. After 6 months, you will call me again. I have already given to Ranjini Roy. Okay, she had a plan to publish it. So before that, if I give it to somebody else, tomorrow that can happen to you also, right? So other one also, somebody is planning to print it. I asked you that I was ready to publish this on 28th on the great conference, for which only I wrote this.
Actually wanted,
But you never told me the date change, you never discussed, no plan was discussed. But earlier in the beginning, every letter you wanted me to draft, and I drafted, edited, everything I have done. After that, just like that, you went into the water. So I thought I will have a role there, and then I made this ready. And another 2 volume also I would have got it ready. I also asked you, get me a publisher, get me a printer. You said 3 days I will come back. Finished. Then you did not come back. So what I am saying is, how do I give you this and then you don't come back, or you may print it somewhere else without even telling me? So let us make a workshop in which we will explain it, because it's a workbook. It's not a book to be read. It's a handbook for people to get training. Understood? Did I not ask you include in some of the programs where we have workshop, create a workshop, or come next week I am there in Kerala. I will give your food and accommodation free. Come to Kerala with a group of people, 10 people. I will show you what. I will get you into a classroom in which where I have got 2 schools under my hand. One CBSE, one government English medium, Malayalam medium, which is 100-year-old is my school. Understood? So I am not handicapped. I am not talking because of that. You come there. See, workshop cannot be done. Programs cannot be done 1-to-1. Workshop programs cannot be done 1 or 2 people. It's a collective activity. So ideas will come. They will edit it, correct it. Got it?
yes.
The idea of asking such thing is not some. I am sure if I give this, nobody will read. It is required to be taken on the ground and then show that, explain it, then debate. That is what is required. Got it? But first thing, somebody has to see whether it is worth or not, right? I can also publish it. It is not, I can ask anyone who will print and then distribute also. But my idea is not that what I am saying.
No,
Idea is to see that it can be explained, discussed. See, I am not worried about that getting it printed, not getting it printed, whether it will publish or not publish. I am not worried about at all. Otherwise, why I should put all my books on internet?
no,
This also will be put on internet on one day.
Sir.
I understand perfectly in Hyderabad or Delhi, the admission for next year nursery, LKG, UKG starts by December. Unless you have something established by September, October, November and market December, nobody will come. Understood? So if you miss this year 3 months, you are missing 15 months.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Understood? Whatever syllabus you have, if you ask me very specifically, I can suggest. This was not my idea.
No,
because
no, no.
because I told that there is something you did not respond, you added me there here now for a discussion. So you can tell me what you have done, I can suggest what is it. But this thousand page already done, written, already finished.
Uh,
See, for example, you have posted onto the group, right? I have not seen a single person responding. You put a birthday cake and with somebody cutting, immediately 100 of them will say, great, well done. So you know which group you are into, or I know which group you are into. So I have very less, not a single person called and discussed. Not a single person has responded to that. They'll just ignore it. I am a blunt person. I keep telling what I feel at face. I have not to say very good, and then keep quiet. Either your part of the book or my part of the book. I think we should have a physical session in which the serious people will sit together, okay, and debate on that and see at least by October. If it is not in place, I
yeah,
don't think
exactly.
it will take forward. December this year admission will, see, you need at least 20 children with you to do some activities. Not, I am saying, I am not talking about one grade nursery or LKG. I am talking about my concept. It is from LKG, nursery, LKG, UKG, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Now the whole thing is for teachers only. Actually, this book cannot be given to KG child, right?
Yes, yes.
It is for the teachers only. The mental care for age 3, you cannot ask age 3 fellow to read it. It is for the teachers, parents uh, and the mentors or the directors or whoever is the administrator. But it, actually in the KG and all that, it should be a single one. Teachers, parents, administrator, owner, somebody who should become a group of people who will look at the whole thing together as a holistic manner. Put the group around the students as part of them. It talks about marketing, it talks about business, it talks about return on investment, it talks about the parents' relation, the societal relationship, what are the languages to be taught, what arithmetic can be taught, what are the playing things which you can make it, how the technology can be implemented. The whole thing is made there, right? It's almost 200 300 subtopics under one book.
Yes.
And that up to the seedling point of that is why I made it up to A B C D up to G. If you look at the title is given as A B C D up to G. Ambitious beginning, a child's dream in early childhood education, a futuristic guide for whom? For those teachers, parents and the mentors or directors or the child care people, etc., for age 3 to grade 3. And it's a handbook. So handbook means somebody has to use it for making this happen. It's already put it onto the, even into the Facebook. It is the tech tots is, every child of today is not a tiny tot. It is a technology tot. That's why I wrote it as tech tot.
Yes, yes.
So the first chapter is a tiny boy's dream begin, the big dreams. Okay.
Yes.
Where the innocent people will get unveiled. What is that? Then empowering the educators is there. Everything is there. The pedagogy, how it is to be done, the futuristic pedagogies. Methodology keeps changing. If somebody is good in art, that can be, that it has to be a mix of art, drama, everything together. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
And generations in harmony. How do they make the social relationship with the grandparents, parents, society together? And
Yes, I have seen that you have included the inclusive education also.
that is what.
Even,
Cultural collaboration is there, cultural exchange is there.
yes, one
Yeah.
very good thing is the spiritual part is also there.
Yeah, I always
And
talk about the fivefold development: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual. If
yes,
that is not made, I think you can copy syllabus from somewhere and then make this syllabus. That's not a big issue at all.
yes,
But I don't believe without physically having some workshop in which this can be discussed, shown, debated, so that you are totally dedicated there. Otherwise, what will happen? While driving you will join, or maybe while cooking you will join, and you will be only 1 hour here and another 22 hours in
no,
your
no,
world.
no.
It doesn't happen. Your
Uh,
whole thoughts have to be there. I am going from Hyderabad to Kerala on 7th. I will be back on 17th.
okay, okay,
I
okay.
am available only from 18th to 24th. After that, I am going to UK for a 2 weeks program.
18 to
18th to 25th, I am here. That Monday to Monday. 18th September to 25th September, I am in India.
classes.
No, I can send you the index content titles. Look at it whether it is worth good. Now itself I
No,
will
no,
send
no.
it to
I
you.
have seen Dr. TPS. I have gone through all the. It's in my hand only. I'm
That is only one first volume. The second and third volume is also almost ready. The last editing formatting part is pending.
yes,
That is only 1/3 of the book. Another 2/3 is already ready. Formatting is happening.
yes, yes,
For that is why I discussed this, because it is not that I have not gone through yours. Whatever your title is given, almost it's all
everything.
elaborately written.
Yes,
Correct.
yes, yes, yes.
And it is not 1 or 2 months or 8 months job. It has been my continuous writing was on all this. When we make a syllabus and give it to somebody, at the end we will give not one textbook, right? We will give textbook of 3-4 people.
Yes, yes, yes.
The syllabus can be same. Which are all the text prescribed textbook or reference textbook can be by many people. So it is not that this book is what is to be taught. The syllabus is this. This book contain all this content. You decide what is to be taught. That it's all teachers' perspective, liking what is to be done.
Okay, okay, okay.
Always it's like that.
Okay, Dr. TPS.
If you circulate that to people, if serious people can look at different books or different content, they have written something that can be brought, then refine it well and then make, maybe multiple people can write multiple books.
Yes, yes, yes.
Understood. See, if there are few people who are interested, maybe some part is written by all that together, write another book. The wording could be different, the background could be different, the way in which you post will be different, so that it looks entirely different, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.